Welcome back to Rock Around. It's 8:05, and this is the new single from the Test Department. That's the stuff to take the polish off your sideboard. It's called Compulsion, and it's from Test Department. I've got an interview with them lined up. Well, in fact, I've done it. I just haven't found time to slip it into the programme. We'll do before Christmas, don't worry. In the meantime, the interview with the Fall. Mike Johnson went along on my behalf to the Royal Court recently, and he took along some questions, mainly from you, one or two from me, and from people I know who've had conversations with who've always said, I've always wanted to ask the Fall this or that. Well, he took all those questions. He met Mark E. Smith, and he also met Mark's girlfriend. I think she's called Brick, isn't she, or something? And anyway, the first question that Mike asked was, have you ever been a socialist band?
No, we've never been a socialist band, no. But in a way we're becoming a bit more like that, because like the rest of the group has earned a bit of respect, you know.
What about you? Are you a Labour man?
No, I'm not, no.
You don't think politics at all?
No, I vote for the people that are in power, which is an older... When I vote, that is. I vote for the people with the silliest name and stuff. I used to be very pro-Labour, but I've weaned off it now, because I think it was infiltrated by the middle class. So I think if you want to change anything, I think, you know, in a sort of funny way, I always think that the best people to vote for are the people in power. I don't wake up in the morning and say, I'm going to champion the working class today.
Well, looking down the gig list, you're playing various colleges of education and that.
Yeah.
I mean, presumably you're playing then to predominantly middle class audience.
No, it's not true, because I mean the students might be middle class, but you see a lot of people from the towns come in, because we never do it for students only. So a lot of like the skinheads and stuff, and like the townies come there, and it's really good, because it's really like a big struggle between the two. So it's always a lot of energy.
How does the Fall, which, judging from these questions, does seem to be some sort of class orientation, how does it relate to America?
Well, there's not really a class structure. I mean, there's like there's called low income class, low class, which are the poorer people. And then there's like everybody's middle class, and there's a few really rich people. But it's not at all like you can move easily from one class to the other if you get a good, whatever happens to, it's possible. They don't understand about working class. I mean, they understand what they've been taught about England maybe in school, but it's very vague. I didn't know till I came here. It has nothing to do with the Fall. They just accept the music, for what it is, and they don't think in terms of that. It doesn't enter in.
The thing you got to remember about the Fall is that is the uniqueness of it, and that's where that came from, and it struck a lot of people as working class,
The Fall's
because you see, most groups are made up of students, not that. But I don't think students are any particularly bad group. You know what I mean?
But aren't they just young middle class people?
Yeah.
So there's nothing the matter with the middle class, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, there's a lot wrong with it, but I mean, you can't blame 18 to 20-year-old kids. That's a very vicious attitude to take. It's not their fault. In fact, I pity them in a lot of ways. You go around universities, it's a pretty horrible campus environment.
Why did you join up with Rough Trade after several years of independence?
Because they asked us back again.
They offered you a reasonable deal, was that?
No, they didn't. No, not really. No, it was just our record label Camero didn't prove any good, so we left them, and about 2 weeks after that they went bankrupt anyway. And it just so happened that Rough Trade rang up out of the blue and said they really wanted us back.
Well, last week
it was an unusual thing, because we'd always criticised Rough Trade and we'd left them in the first place. And I mean, that sort of thing's still going on. It's like going back about 2 years, to be completely honest. But it's like getting the best of what you can get at the time.
A lot of bands seem to have this sort of love-hate relationship with Rough Trade. And we were talking to the Go-Betweens last week, and they're having a lot of problems with Rough Trade, especially after the Smith single.
So are we.
Because the Rough Trade don't seem to want to take any risks anymore. And they obviously see the Go-Betweens. I mean, how different is Rough Trade's attitude to you, for example?
It's not very different at all. It's just that we're very lucky, because we've got a hard following. Do you know what I mean? I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that these concerts are going fairly well, we'd be dead. You know, I mean, it's just like it's a good job. You know, we've got the support we have. That's all I can say about it. I mean, I mean, everybody calls Rough Trade. You know, I'm not going to get into it because it was our choice. We had a choice to go on or not. You know, I mean, we never sign anything with them. You see, people like the Go-Betweens, that's the difference. You see, and the Smiths, they sign up for years and that. And we had a lot of promises which weren't fulfilled. But I mean, that's why we left Rough Trade in 1981. You see, but at the time, which is like I'm talking about early this year, like say January, we were without anything. You know, our popularity wasn't what it is now. For instance, the record label we were on, Camera, was like, you know, just hopeless. So anything was for the good.
One gentleman would like to know what you think about the peace movement.
Not much, to be quite honest. I think it's about stupid things like saying everybody should be nice. I don't grasp it at all. I think it's a waste of energy. I don't think a lot of people are conveying their emotions through that. Their emotions that they should be like channeling into something. I don't mean creative or something, but I mean anything's better than that as far as I'm concerned. Because like it or not, you know, war is a natural thing for humanity. You know, you're never going to get around that. Especially in Britain. Britain is a warlike country, it always will be, you know. The time there should have been a peace movement is like 1916, you know, when like most of the fucking English people were getting wiped out in the trenches, you know what I mean? But that wasn't the case then.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, it's a bit
there wasn't
late.
very much
It's a bit
information
too-
around, was there? I mean, were people truly aware? I'm not a historian or anything, but were people truly aware of the situation? I mean, now we've got.
But then again, you see, you see, what does peace mean? What do they want? Peace? Do they want no? You see, if you get rid of the atom bomb, you automatically bring in the armies again, don't you? You immediately bring in conscription. You immediately bring in the bayonet in the ribs. I've always been very pro bomb. You see, the bomb ended the Second World War. People forget that. You see, the atom bombs stopped the Japanese in a lot of ways. Japanese would have gone on for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, but the Japanese are still suffering from the heritage of that bomb. In fact, radiation. At least if they'd been.
They don't look suffering to me.
Japan.
Japanese virtually rule the world at the moment in industry. So what great sadness have they reaped from it? A lot better off than we are, aren't they?
Well, that's a bit of a generalisation. So, I mean,
a bit
you're
of
suggesting
generalisation.
that to solve all.
No, they've just channeled all their
problems, we get-
militarism into industry. That's why the Japanese, they're all right. You know, they needed a lesson. You know, it's a hard lesson.
Yeah.
I mean, atom bombs are atom bombs. You know, so.
They certainly are. Yeah.
So what are you going to do? Dismantle them? So what happens next?
Yeah, well, I follow that point.
This is what I'm saying. You see, people don't even think these things out. They just say we want peace. I mean, you know, so what?
What do you think about northern bands who call themselves positive punk?
I don't know. I think they're a bit of a different generation from the Fall, and so some of what they're doing is good. I think that dressing up is very amusing. You know, I think it's funny. I mean, but like for instance, the Dance Society. I think they're a very ugly group. You know. I mean, ugly physically and mentally and everything else, and musically. Why it's caught on? I think because there's nothing else to do.
It's a fun thing, you know, and when you're bored, you know, and you see something that's fun, to dress up like that and to get attention and to see who looks the best and to rat your hair, you know, up to the sky. It's really fun. I used to love to do it in America with my friends and dye my hair every single week a new color, you know. It's a blast.
Because you meet these groups, you know, and they're very gentle people. There's no threat in them at all. Yeah, I mean, musically, I don't really rate it. I think it's another David Bowie regeneration, as all music seems to have been the past 5-10 years. You know.
Were you ever into the Northern Soul scene?
Yes.
What records do you put on when you get home of a night time? Or don't you listen at all to any music?
I don't listen a lot now. Bricks has a list, you see, because I always forget when I'm asked this
Yeah.
question.
Well, Mark likes a lot of country and western. I mean, this is like when he listens, which is really rare, and I don't listen either. Country and western, like Johnny Cash and like Elvis and stuff. Sometimes old Motown, like Four Tops and stuff like that. Sometimes he likes stuff like Fear. I like the Gun Club. And what else? Oh, he loves Lou Reed. And let's see what else. What's that guy's name? That poet guy? That from Scotland?
Which one?
You know, that Rough Trade sent us that record of?
Oh, Ivor Cutler.
Yeah, Ivor Cutler.